Okay, a few days ago, we moved to Uluwatu from Canggu, me, my friend, and our helper. So we went to a three-bedroom villa. And I swear to God, man, like, I felt something is wrong from day one. And I was like, let's move out of this place. But we just stayed. And 2 days in, I woke up early morning to the panic and scream of my friend, Kyle. And he's like, Leo, um, we've been robbed. We've been robbed. And I'm like, what do you mean we were robbed? I looked around. I had my laptop with me in my bedroom, so I saw my laptop. I was like, okay, my laptop is there. My phone is there next to me. And he was like, they took all my stuff. There's nothing left. And so I was like, what? So I woke up in panic as well, and I went to him, and we just start looking around in his bedroom. We went outside the villa to like the door. The villa door was open, and on the porch in front, there was his bag completely open with everything taken out of it. And they left all of his IDs and cards and things like that, but they only took, well, only, but like his camera, which is worth $8,000 with the lens, and his phone, but also the spare phone, my spare phone that I gave, so two phones, his phone and my phone. And they also took my shoes, my New Balance shoes for some reason, and 3 or 4 oranges from the kitchen. Um, they didn't. So I think honestly, like, so this villa has 3 rooms, fours, 2 bedroom have a normal door, and my bedroom, the suite has a slider door. The slider door also has curtains in front. So I don't think they came to my room, or maybe they did, and I don't think they could go to our helper room because she had the door locked. So I think the only room that was affected is pretty much the living room downstairs and Kyle's room, because they took his bag and the phones that were literally on his bedside, right? So he was asleep, and they literally snapped things out and took it while he was asleep, and he didn't wake up. And honestly, I'm grateful that none of us woke up, because that morning, I talked to my friends, and they shared a story with me of a neighboring villa where the owners woke up and they were beaten by a crow thingy, like by a metal thing, and they were bleeding everywhere. So there's a picture of it and things like that. So I'm kind of glad that we didn't wake up, honestly, because I don't know what had happened. But they were in a villa while we were asleep and just snatching things from everywhere. Um, so we went to the police. We called the police, first of all. We waited like 3 hours for the police to come. This is in Uluwatu. They came, and they just, and I don't know, they were honestly useless. And they were like, you just need to go to the police station. So I'm like, okay, but like, why did you guys not tell us any of this in the first place? Like, why did we have to wait 3 hours before we actually get any results, or to know that we have to go to the police station? So the crazy thing is, we opened Kyle's laptop and we started tracking um, the phones, my phone and his phone, and we could see them. We could see the phones moving. You know, like they were on their bikes, assuming bikes or cars, doesn't matter, but like they were moving all the way. Like when we looked it up, they were in Canggu area, moving all the way up towards the end of the island, where there's a port that takes you from Bali to Java. So we could see them moving, and we were like, okay, let's like we were telling the police, like, we know where they are, let's do something about it. And the police just completely ignores everything we say completely. Doesn't matter. It's like, is this active, is this not active, as in like, is the tracking actually active? I'm like, yeah, it's moving in real time, it's active, let's go. But like, nah, not active, it needs to show green. Like, it never ever showed green in interface. You know what I mean? So anyway, we went to the police station to file the report, because apparently they told us you have to file the report with the police before we can actually do anything about it. So we went to the police station an hour, 2 hours later or so, filed this report. Um, and then we were like, okay, the report is ready. We know where they are. They are nearing the port right now. So I think we can actually catch them before they get on the boat, or as they arrive at Java, before they get off the boat in Java, right? So we told the police that, and they were like, okay, let me just check what I can do. So they went to the investigators on the second floor, and we went with them. they wouldn't let us go in. It was actually kind of weird the way the police station was set up, and the next like the upper, floor had some sort of like apartments in a way. It felt like apartments, and every door had a ring to it, a bell to it. So he rang the bell, and then a kid pretty much opened the door, and with like sportwear, like normal casual sportwear, and he handed him the report, and they started talking in Balinese, and then they went all the way in, and we just started hearing them talking in very loud tone. So me and Kyle kind of sneaked in a way and just started trying to listen to them, just figure out what is going on, body movement, body language, things like that, and just see what's actually happening. And it felt like the police officer who wrote the report for us was fighting with them to try and convince them to do something about the whole situation. And we could just see it in their faces, like, nah, we don't want to get involved. And one of them was like eating, the other one was just like lying down, very relaxed, very chill. It was just super chill environment in a way, but at the same time, there's a lot of intensity in it. And I swear to God, I could feel it. I could tell like they just do not want to get involved, even though we have everything for them to get involved. Like we know where they are, we know what's happening, we know the port that they're gonna be at, everything is in real time. And I was like, can you at least call the police in Java? I know it's a different district, but can you call the police in Java and ask them like, hey, can you stop at the port and at least try to find these guys? We were ignored completely. Just bizarre. It was baffling. So me and Kyle ended up pretty much giving up on the police, and we left. We went back home, and we were tracking them, and they were like, should we just go ourselves? So I texted my friend. I'm like, hey, let's create a gang, let's create a group, and go all the way to Java and confront these people, because we know exactly where they are. They've been there for a few hours in the same exact location, and I have a feeling that we weren't the only victim. It's a proper operation, I feel, and they've done it in multiple villas in multiple areas. But everybody said, Leo, if you want to disappear, that's where you should go. You should just go if you want to disappear. I'm like, okay. So basically, we got scared and hesitation, and we just didn't end up going. And yeah, it was honestly an interesting experience, because like we've never really experienced this. Number one, where you're just sleeping and there are people sneaking around stealing stuff, and just the thought of what could have happened if you woke up is wild. Yeah. And the fact that there was someone else been beaten because they were awake is also nerve taking. So we discovered, because we were literally booked another villa to go to, and we discovered the day that we were moving to this new villa, we talked to the cleaners, people who worked there at the villa, the previous one, and we told them like, look, they didn't speak English, so we had to ChatGPT, the language translator kind of thing, and have a conversation with them. And then they said, well, actually, just before you, we had the living room TV stolen, and before that, there was also some theft in the same exact villa. I'm like, why haven't they done anything to the villa to secure the villa, knowing like it was an easy target and it's already been theft or robbed 2 times? Now we are the third, in not like years, because the villa is brand new. And it was baffling. Now, the most baffling thing that we basically come across is that the villa we lived in, the villa that I'm talking about, had a glass door that you can't lock that door, and it doesn't open from the inside, it only opens from the outside. As in, anyone can come in, you can't get out, and you can't lock it. And it had a sign on it, like a nicely designed sign that says exactly that. And I'm like, makes zero sense. Why? Why? So it was all baffling, and it made me think, what if the people who run the villa are on it? You know what I mean? Yeah, like what if the people who run the villa are on it? And what if the police knows what's going on, and they just don't want to get involved because I don't know, maybe scared, or maybe they're on it as well, you know. Anyway, it was frustrating, super frustrating, because we can do something, but no one was willing to help us in that sense. Like, we know where they are, but no one were willing to help in that sense. Everyone was just scared, or just doesn't want to get involved, especially the police. Anyway, that glass door was crazy, was baffling. The police not getting involved and feeling scared from con- confronting the thieves were baffling. And the fact that it seems like to be happening quite a lot in Uluwatu, when I started talking about it and researching it, seems like to be happening quite a lot. So that was concerning. So then, now we obviously trying to figure out the insurance thing. We have travel insurance, maybe Airbnb insurance, and trying to figure it all out. So the learnings from this, number one is like, you might have Apple Care for your phones, but apparently Apple Care does not cover theft. You have to have Apple Care Plus, which is new to me. I didn't realize that, honestly. So make sure you have Apple Care Plus, because that was the only way to cover yourself from theft if your phone was stolen. And Airbnb, I don't know, not yet. We submitted the request, and now we're waiting to hear back from Airbnb. They required the police report, which we gave them, but now they wanted it translated because it was in Balinese. So we're trying to figure out if Airbnb would cover the cost. But the thing is, it's $10,000 worth of stuff. So I don't know if Airbnb is going to cover that. But let's see, this is still in process, and we're still trying to figure out the Apple stuff, if we can actually get the insurance back on it. But we only have Apple Care, not Plus, apparently. And one thing to bear in mind, it seems like insurance would not cover things if you left the door open. So if in the report you say the door was open or not locked, it will not cover it. So like that glass door, which you can't unlock, which you can't lock, it's a problem. So like, I don't know, it just feels crazy. Feels crazy, honestly. But yeah, honestly, just be careful. Look everything behind you. Make sure your stuff are secure and they're not inside. Oh, the craziest thing. Yo, okay, hear me out. Well, not the craziest thing, but crazy stuff still. So we went to this new villa, right? No water, mind you, in the new villa. Zero water, and it was dirty as fuck, but it was the only thing we found in Bali at that short notice. And believe it or not, Bali costs so much money right now. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. For a dirty, shitty villa, honestly, it's like $5,000. Like, what? Where were the days when you could actually rent a super nice villa with cleaners and everything and daily cleaning for like $4,000, right? So this only once a week cleaning, and it was dirty. The doors don't lock. The front door doesn't lock. And it keeps sliding open. Yeah. There's no water at all. Not just like hot water, no water whatsoever. And it was just crazy. Anyway, we asked the landlord to send someone to fix the water, and the guy came to check it out today. So that is like the next day. And he was like, me and Kaya were about to leave to go to the gym, and then there was no one in the apartment. And our mate, our helper, was on her way back. But anyway, he was like, is there any luxury items in place? And we were like, no, I don't think so. She was like, I don't want any trouble. I just, checking if there's no luxury items. But I don't know. Honestly, maybe I'm paranoid right now and traumatized. Like every time someone asks me this question, I'm like, do you want to steal my stuff? And this is why you're asking? Maybe not. Maybe it's just trying to be nice and careful. It's like, hey, don't blame me if something got stolen. But I'm like, well, I'm going to blame you if something got stolen because you were the only one in the apartment, in the villa. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Now I'm questioning everything and everyone. Fuck. This is actually very difficult. I don't wish it on anyone, and I feel for everybody who's gone through it. And I know what we've gone through is not as crazy as many people have gone through before. So I understand that, and yeah, for sure. But yep, that's my second. That's like basically our few days in Uluwatu. I don't know. Is it a sign to leave and go back to Canggu? I don't know, but yeah. Take care, everyone, and just stay safe.